Hello and welcome to In Touch, a video series that highlights the human aspect of entrepreneurs. My name is Grace Nasralla and I will be hosting this third video of In Touch. It is very important to say words of affirmation to one another as it lifts the spirits up and it will definitely add a positive flow of communication in a room. However, at times there may be someone that says a word or a statement that will leave us hurt and deeply såred. These moments we try to hide and repress, thinking that things will be okay. But at times, these words will leave us hurt and scarred for a lifetime. I asked a group of entrepreneurs what is the most hurtful word that someone said to them and that they still remember up till this moment. And this is what they said.
And I think one of the hurtful things that a team member said to me was that my intentions were to just progress myself. And that was very hurtful because that really wasn't my intention. And this was in my 20s. And I think that was the most hurtful. But it did make me stop and reflect inside me that what was I doing that made them say that to me. And over retrospect in years, I recognized it was an insecurity on the other person's part. And it also made me reflect on how I could approach certain things differently.
You're not good enough to do something. It's something I've struggled with my entire life.
That's a hard one. Hurtful. Oof. In business, and when you're starting a business, sometimes there's challenging conversations, and sometimes there's heated conversations. And I think, I don't have a word to describe that, but maybe being in a very challenging conversation where I'm saying things that are truthful, but they're coming from a good place. They're not coming from a malicious place. I think that would probably be a scenario where I think somebody would probably have a hurtful way to describe that. But to tell you the truth, I've never come across someone that's really said something hurtful to me per se.
I would say the word worthless. That's a hard one to hear. And yeah, especially when it comes from someone that's close to you. It made me feel like I didn't have value and I wasn't creating or making a contribution. And I think it also was said to me at a time when my confidence wasn't at the greatest. So it cut deeper than it normally would.
What is the most hurtful word someone had said to you at one point in your life and that you still remember?
I heard this when I was actually in Dubai. When somebody said to me that, but you're from the Philippines.
Yeah.
And until today, I still remember that. And right now, I didn't have the courage to confront the person at that time, and I didn't realize how hurtful that can be. But then as days go by, it was like written in front of my head, and it says, you're from the Philippines. And I said, now when I look at it, and so what? So what if I'm from the Philippines? And now I do highlight the things that the Filipinos do. I strive more to become a better Filipino, and as well as I teach my kids, who the Filipinos are. And I guess the whole world knows for the Filipinos. And because I take pride being in the healthcare services in my, in my 20s up to, up to here in Canada, I felt and I've seen that Filipinos are really very highly regarded because of their caregiving, skills.
Probably the thing that hurt me the most, professionally speaking, if we're still talking about work-wise, was what happened after I got that promotion. Of course, I was, so happy. But some of my colleagues, unfortunately, couldn't accept that I went up. That all of a sudden now I'm part of the managers. I was no longer their colleague, and their attitude, how it had changed from one day to the other, as if I was no longer the same person, as if I had suddenly shifted to the, I'm now, with the enemy or something. It was really odd. So I think that was something that hurt me, and I was like, why? What did I do to them? I've always been their friend. I'm still the same person.
Failure. That has stayed with me. I know the individual never meant it in any way or form, and nor was there any, I guess you can say, intent or purpose for it. It just came out in the form of a phrase, but it stayed with me. It really did stay with me.
I mean, I've been in a situation where I have been busy, and I have, because of my busy schedule, I have let down some loved ones because I couldn't show up to certain events, and I was called unreliable for that, and it did hurt me because I felt like they didn't really understand what I was going through that day and how many things I was juggling throughout the day, and having a million things on my schedule. But I did miss a very important event of a friend of mine, and I guess at the end of the day, that probably was more important than everything that I had scheduled that day, no matter if it was work or not. Sometimes being there for a friend can mean a lot, right? And for a friend like that, a dear friend like that, calling me unreliable, it really did hurt me. And but I understood why.
You are victimizing yourself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but I am not anywhere from that. And I felt like just like when the person who told me he has like a lot of help in his life and his wife and everything, and they are not doing quarter of what I'm doing alone, raising my kids and with all that responsibility that they had, and they are with their driver, with their maid and all that, and you are in a place you don't come and tell somebody victimized or spoiled or whatever when they are going through hard time.
What is the most hurtful word someone had said to you at one point in your life and that you still remember to this day?
Most hurtful? I wouldn't call it hurtful. I'd call it a kick to my gut. I'd call it a punch in my stomach, and that is, I think you have leukemia.
Yeah, I think at one point somebody mentioned that I am like selfish or think of myself. And this is earlier age, and I don't know if I'm that. Maybe somehow it was portrayed. I was not able to care or do something, but that was at one time, long time ago, somebody mentioned, and since then I try my best because people can have their own presence, right? You don't know what they are thinking, what mode they are in, and being in the sales industry, that has helped me a lot. Now, whether I'm on phone or face to face, I try to do the right thing and try to say the right words because I may be in a very good mood or I may be want to joke around, but not other side people may not be. So it's good to make sure you are doing the right thing, using the right words, and also the most important thing, just feel the vibes from other person. So then things go in the right way.
You know, there were a lot of things probably when I was in high school, because I was, you know, the chubby kid with glasses. And I was smart. I am smart still, but you know what? I was always good in school. My mom was a teacher, and I heard a lot of things about that, and people were mean to me. So that's something that stuck with me, and it's something I don't want for my kids. And it's I'm trying to be kind and teaching my kids to be kind, because that stuff that scars you, right? I don't really have anything. Oh yeah, you know, I was called. I grew up in Germany, so it's a glasses snake, because I had thick glasses, and you know, a teacher made fun of my last name, and I took a few years to grow into my nose. So it was lots of comments made about my appearance that hurt me.
Oh, how important it is to be careful what to say to the people around us, as it may create permanent damage. These entrepreneurs are awesome, and I'm so thankful to each one of them for their willingness to share life experiences with me and with you. Stay tuned as I bring you more videos of In Touch, where we hear about life experiences from entrepreneurs. I do invite you to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Click the bell beside the subscribe button so that you can get notified of the latest video uploads. And I will see you soon.